Hey everybody. So I think what will turn out to be a really good segment for I could totally do that. And so when I've often had this conversation, I've had this conversation multiple times with multiple different people throughout the years, and variations of it, where you're just going around and you're chatting, and then this topic of like talking with your imaginary kids about the birds and the bees comes up, and then it's like you always criticize people whenever this comes up. Like they do it too late, or they talk about the issues wrong, or they talk about the wrong issues, or they frame things wrong. Like it's always criticisms. And then so I was thinking about this subject, and so I have a daughter and a son. My daughter is 5 and my son is 3, which means I have not had to have the birds and the bees talk with them yet. But so I was thinking, what if I did? What if I did? Let's I could totally do that, right? So I always say that. Now let's give it a shot. So I'm going to essentially give the birds and the bees talk to my imaginary children. And the first thing that I want to know, I just really want to highlight this, is so I've had, again, like conversations about like having this conversation and how easy it would be. And it's always, as long as it's untangible or intangible, I could do that. And then, but the second when I thought of actually like filming this segment, put this camera here, things like that, this segment makes me more nervous than any other segment that I've done. And I have no problems speaking in front of the camera. That's not where the nervousness is coming from. It like there is an actual tangible nervousness when you break this down. So the very first thing, I have a greater respect right off of the bat for anyone going through this. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right in. So imaginary child. I guess you're going to hear this topic of sex often throughout your life. People are going to make it like a huge deal. Like the very first thing that I want you to know is that it is not this huge deal that everyone makes it out to be. It is very much a natural process, and feelings related to that are all natural feelings, and a part of who we are. And exploring those feelings and understanding those feelings is a part of the journey that you will go on as you progress throughout your life. The second biggest thing that I would want to impart on you within that is the importance of always having a respect for yourself. As you go on that journey, never do anything else because you feel at any moment in time pressured, or do anything at all that you don't want to do. It is your journey, and your exploration. And if you choose to invite other people along on that journey, and on that road, then that is as a result of trust that has built up with them. And it is still your journey. You are still the master of your destiny. And the third thing that I think is important is to, at all times, as you go through this journey and down this journey, realize that everyone else that you participate in that journey in is also going down that same journey, and to always humanize and make sure that that always stays at the forefront. If you always have that mentality and you follow these things, then I think that you will figure out the rest. If you have any questions at any time along the road as you're going through, if you have if you see something and you are unsure about it, you want to know more, I am available as a resource, and I will gladly, and I encourage you to ask questions, to understand. and to understand that it is okay to ask questions, and that this topic does not define your life. It is not the biggest thing ever, and to just recognize that. And so, if you want to talk more, then let's talk more. So that's basically it, guys. So that was my attempt at thinking that I could do something that I haven't actually done, but thinking that I could totally do it. And so how'd I do?